All right, so we've got this is actually part two is how I notated it, right? This is just a little middle section to the ensemble. So the lead drummer will give a signal. I remember something like this. It was like, and then we would start, right? So that's like 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we start, all right? So something like that, 4 measures. And remember, when you're counting measures in 6/8 time, we're thinking boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick, boom, right? That kind of thing. All right, so the part actually goes, it starts with slap, so slap, slap, taka, all right? And then we're gonna go straight to bass. All right, that's kind of similar right there. First of all, that was like just like the first part. Right? Except we just continue with our little bass roll here. I'll play it for you first, and then we'll count it out. We'll break it down a little bit. Okay, so that's the first part. Okay, so how we're going to count this, there's a couple ways to count it. It depends on how we want to divide the measure out. Generally, in 6/8 time, you count 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and so we would say 1, 2, 1, 2 and. Now that's the tricky part, but let's make sure we understand how many times to go with our bass, and it should over time it'll feel kind of natural where to place it. But 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 total. I just counted 2 measures really, but it was 4. Pulses in 6/8. So that's how it sounds. Now, we could count the actual 8th notes: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 and E. Right. So that's trickier, I think. As opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Okay. Anyway, so the next section is now. This is these are subdivision of 16th notes, so they're really kind of tricky to count. So a good way to count them, I had a jazz teacher teach me this, is you just say bucket of fish, bucket of fish, bucket of fish, bucket of fish. 4 notes inside of a beat, right? Bucket of fish. Now in 6/8, technically that's 4 notes inside of that's 4 notes inside of 2 8 notes, technically, but don't worry about that. Anyway, so 4 notes inside of a beat in 4/4 time, but don't worry about it. Just kind of get the feel for it. Bucket of fish, 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 bucket da da, bucket da da bucket da da bucket da da. All right, so we're skipping the last 2. Ducka 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 is what it would be 6. 16th notes, right, inside of 3 8th notes, right? But don't worry about that. We're just doing the 4 inside of 2 8th notes. So bucket of fish, bucket of fish, bucket of fish, bucket and ba, bucket fish, bucket fish. Now our actual rhythm, is bucket fish instead of bucket of fish. It's bucket fish, bucket and ba. There we go. So 1, 2, 1, bucket fish. 1, 2, 1, bucket fish. There we go. That's it. And then after we do the fish, bucket, fish, we do 1, 2, 1, 2. So, or 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count in 4s. Again, counting and notation is only for our benefit. So if it's making it more complicated, just go with something that's simpler for you. It's a means to an end. All right. So, all right. Enjoy.